Hello everyone! Today I have a short but fun little puzzle for you to solve. It is white to move, and I want you to find a mate in 2 moves. Now, it is an odd-looking endgame that we have on the board. Both sides have both of their knights remaining. There are no pawns left. White is a rook up, and black is stuck with his king on h8. Has no squares to go. So I want you to pause the video and see if you can find the mate in 2 for whites and come back when you're ready and we will go through together. Best of luck. Alright, did you find a mate in 2? Well, let me know in the comments. So if we would try to just capture an f8, idea being to jump to g6 to deliver a mate. So for example, just to illustrate, if black were to play something like knight g4, then this would be a checkmate. Black cannot capture the rook because it's defended by the knight in f5. Well, black would, of course, capture knight on f5, leaving this rook undefended, and we don't have a mate in 2 anymore. So that's why knight takes f8 does not work. And if we tried with knight to e5, looking to jump to f7 and g6, or g6, well, so just to illustrate, if black would play something like knight d7, then this square would be now undefended, and this would be a mate. And if black would play, for example, knight g4, then this square would be undefended, and this would be a mate. Well, of course, black will once again capture knight on f5, leaving this rook undefended, and this is no longer a mate. So that's why that does not work, and capturing on h6 with the rook doesn't lead to anything either. Black could, for example, capture the knight on d7, and we don't have a mate in the next move. This is not a mate. So king takes h6 doesn't do anything. King going anywhere doesn't do anything. This just loses the rook to the fork. And yeah, we are just losing this. Or we are not winning this, I mean. Without the rook, it's a draw. So moving the king doesn't work, and we cannot move this knight either, because that would immediately drop the rook, and there is no mate in 2 with that. So what about anything with the rook then? Can we move it somewhere? For example, can we make some sort of waiting move? I don't know, rook to g3. Well, it doesn't do anything. Black just captures an f5, and we don't have a mate here. And if we try to move the rook to, for example, e7, then once again, after knight takes f5, for example, we don't have a mate in the next move. And sacrificing the rook, for example, on g8 doesn't do anything. This is not a mate. And same thing with h7. This is not a mate. And of course, rook to f7 doesn't do anything either. So moving the rook anywhere doesn't help. There is no mate after that. So there's only this knight remaining. We've already looked at knight takes f8, knight e5. The only relevant move left would be knight f6. And now black is in zugzwang. So if you found knight f6, then congratulations. It doesn't matter what black does. Black cannot move the king. Black has moved one of these knights. And if this knight is moved somewhere, then this square will be undefended. And if this knight moves somewhere, then this square will be undefended. So just to illustrate, if black would capture an f5, then this square is now undefended. This would be a checkmate on g8. And if black were to play, I don't know, knight to e6, then this square would be undefended. So, did you find knight to f6? Let me know in the comments. See if any of your friends or family can find knight to f6. and I will see you in the next puzzle. Bye.